Hello guys, again. Bear market is the best time to invest in businesses, the tokens that reflect success and demand for some companies' products and services. Mostly these are the tokens of the centralized exchanges. In August I published an article where I was discussing these kind of assets. I recalled how I was literally shilling BNB in 2019-2020 and why I am not interested in it right now. Then I shared my list of the centralized exchanges tokens that I have on my radar right now, and among them was BitDao's Bit token. At first sight, there aren't centralized exchanges tokens on the market right now that could repeat BNB's success, or at least it is hard to figure them out. The weakest spot of the existing new CAX's tokens is its excessive token supply compared to the exchanges that were launching in 2018. So all of the new sex-related tokens bull run rights are very limited, but in general it is not the reason not to consider them for your portfolio. Let me elaborate on BIT as an example. BIT is the token of one of the world's largest DAO and one of the technically most sophisticated. A DAO that has its vast treasury and a set of promising projects it funds and comprehensively supports. For example, its gaming affiliate partner Game7 has recently announced a 100 million grant program for developers, and it also contributed into the Zero Knowledge DAO, the DAO of the most anticipated Zero Knowledge Sync project, and the others. Also, one of the top trading platforms in the market, Bybit, has chosen BIT as its high priority token they are going to support and invest in, thus making it a central asset of their exchange. And as you can see, Bybit holds the biggest part of the BIT token, and of course, evidently, it plays the greatest role in its further development. But that is okay because they are the centralized exchange and they're making business and will take care of the BIT's promotion and further development and use cases, logically. After the constant alpha investment process in BIT, you can say that Bybit now plays the most influential part in it, which I think was their clever intention from the very beginning, to make BIT a community-driven asset so in the future the regulators wouldn't confuse it with securities, as it is possible with all the centralized exchanges tokens. When Bybit announced the support of the BIT's IDO with the initial price tag around 140, 150, I started watching closely this asset. I knew it is going to be worth it, but at that time it was clear to me that it is too expensive with the existing supply and it will dump hard. And I wasn't mistaken. As you can see, it started here, somewhere here, and its all-time high was around $3, and then it started dumping, and now it is worth 30 cents. So it is completely logical because the centralized exchanges tokens, they are looking at, they perform great and strongly during the bull market, and they completely usually they completely start being hugely during the bear market. It is not a big deal. Anyway, in my article from August, I mentioned that Bybit and BitDao have to change the token supply to expand its horizons. I predicted that somewhere within a year they will come with a proposal to start burning BIT. And what do you think? In the next few weeks, the Bybit CEO Ben announced the submission of the proposal to stop buying all other coins for the treasury and only focus on contributing to the BIT token and burning it. This proposal was unanimously approved by the community and entered into force. Since that proposal, BitDao increased its treasury from 1 billion BIT tokens to 3 billion, roughly 30% of the total supply. This event provided some relief and hope for the community and enthusiastic token holders. In the coming months, we witnessed the results of these important changes. Bybit started to use all the contributions to burn bid amounts based on the monthly trading volume and sending to the commonly known burn address the first tranches of bid token. You can see the results and follow the results on the chain or on the BitDao's Medium profile. As they posted here the reports, in October they burned almost 63 billion bit, and in November they burned 131 million bit, and that's only the beginning. So as you can see, the supply issue has started to be taken care of. Remained the hardest part to come up with the new usability for the bit token. That issue was taken care of too. Simultaneously, BitDao commenced a series of polls on their Twitter account with the consecutive proposal on whether the community agrees to develop and launch a native Layer 2 network on the Ethereum blockchain, and what should be its name. The proposal passed successfully, and now we have it. A few days ago, Bybit CEO Ben has announced the launch and support of the new high-performance Ethereum L2 network with modular structure design called Mantle Network. You may wonder, why would we need another L2 when we already have enough alternatives like Optimism, Boba Network, Arbitrum, and the others that are aimed to solve the existing Ethereum's issues like excessively high gas fees and scalability? Well, as Mantle Network claims, and you can see it on their official website here, and pressing by learn more, and you can find an article that says that it is not only focused on low fees but on providing something that the others still struggling on, which is hyperscalability and security, which is very important in our time. The Mantle Network is going to solve the existing security issues based on their competitors' experience of using sidechains and bridges that often get compromised and hacked. To achieve hyperscalability, unlike the alternatives using monolithic architecture combining settlement, execution, and data availability, Mantle is using a modular architecture that goes a little bit further by combining rollups with data availability layers. Mantle Network can build robust decentralized data layers with high security using risk-taking mechanisms. To sum it all up, the existing L2s provide solutions that is hard to understand, use, and execute for an average person and companies that try to onboard into the blockchain and crypto journey. The Mantle's fundamental purpose is to facilitate the ultimate and easy Web3 adoption. Its unique design, high security, and hyperscalability aim to allow the new users and developers to easily build actually dynamic dApps, games, social platforms, DeFi with low fees, and the other products. The most important part of the Mantle Network and for us as potential investors is that Mantle's native token is going to be BIT. All the gas transactions on the network are going to be paid in BIT. This is that ultimate use case we were looking for all this time. Of course, if the released network is going to work smoothly and fulfill all its tasks, as well as continues to grow its ecosystem and integrates its operability with other existing companies and trading networks. For now, the Mantle Network is still in the works. As I heard from the inside from the team, it already runs on the testnet, but the private testnet. Only selected entities take part in this testnet. But as you can see on the BitDao's Mantle's roadmap, the official roadmap says that in Q1 of 2023, the coming year, Mantle testnet is going to be launched. This is the public testnet as we know it, and I hope it is going to be incentivized so we all can participate in it and probably um, through our engagement earn some token rewards, or maybe the community will have an airdrop. That would be great, so we will figure it out. So if you want to follow it and not to miss this testnet, the possible incentivized testnet with rewards, you probably should follow the Mantle Network's socials like Twitter and Discord. Additionally, I wanted to add some interesting news that yesterday I watched a fresh, rare interview with Bybit CEO on popular Russian crypto blogger's YouTube and found out more details on how Bybit, BitDao, and Mantle Network are going to work together. Ben said that Bybit is going to fully support the Mantle Network the way they support BitDao. Also, they are not just going to support the release of the network, but also are going to facilitate, least provide a launchpad platform for all the projects that are going to be built or deployed on the Mantle Network. That is great news, actually. So, but also he said that the Mantle Network is going to build a full ecosystem on its network with its own DeFi platforms, decentralized exchanges, Oracle, and others. All this provides more grounds for following the development of BIT-related ecosystem and accumulation of BIT for the longer term. Now BIT is not only an exchange token that is driven only by the launchpad incentives and leverage. It is going to be a growing ecosystem of new innovative projects that are being built under the guidance and funding of BitDao. And soon it will have its own network where the BIT token will finally receive a principal role and extended usability. This is an additional leverage for the token to be listed on the missing top exchanges like Binance or even Bitfinex, because they reluctantly list other exchanges' tokens unless they have some weight in the industry. But with Mantle Network, it is going to be hard to ignore Bit already. So, is it the question that comes up after all of this? Whether we should buy BitDao token Bit, and whether it is time to buy it now. In my recent article, I mentioned that my my desired purchase price would be somewhere around 20 cents. But it is just a number taken out of my head based on the numerous supply. It is the price where I would feel comfortable holding and would have a satisfactory math expectation of returns in the long run. I didn't buy Bit after its listing. I expected it for 50 cents when it was around $3, and I got it, as you can see, but even that was too much for me. It is hard to analyze something on the chart because the asset is too young and there is no history of cycles and even any historical bottom. Bit, like the most of the fresh assets on the market, is in the exploration of its bottom phase. If you will look on the lower time frames, you will find out that Bit currently lacks the liquidity. It is clearly visible on its low time frame charts. So it is hard to make any predictions right now. Maybe it was current prices are its bottom. We don't know. But based on the above mentioned data and the fact that the Mantle Network is still in the works and there is still an uncertainty of whether Bitcoin is going to go lower, at least to $14,000. In any case, it would make sense for me that Bit would go lower either to my established target of 20 cents or somewhere there, or even lower, maybe to 15 cents. In any case, I think 15, 20 plus cents is a good accumulation price for the longer term investment. Why, in my opinion, that kind of descent? So I think it is going to go lower. We can look at the possibilities here that we are drawing some kind of local descending wedge. So we have a great resistance here, a midterm resistance here around 40 cents, 40, 42 maybe. If we turn on our indicators, it is clear that we have an additional resistance here around 35 cents with super trend that holds our descending trend, and Kijun as resistance here. So basically, if we get retested and get rejected, we go lower, and that would drive us closer to 20 cents. I would start buying there somewhere here. Who knows how this is going to go, but the lower it goes, the better, I guess. And this is the asset that we should not miss, because of course the company, the Bybit and the BitDao is going to expand. It is going to support more companies like the Game 7 and Zero Knowledge DAO that are going to bring the profit and contributions into the treasury and the company. And Bybit is going to support both BitDao and Mantle that are being driven by the Bit token. So definitely you want to have it in your investment portfolio for the next bull run, for the next cycle. Why do I think that going lower would make sense for it? Because, for example, let's look at it. Let's look at the previous bit burns. Each time we burn approximately $30 million worth of bit. This was when in October, when the price of bit was around 42 cents, and the next one around 30 cents. So basically, if Bybit continues to burn at least 30 million worth of bit tokens each month for the next year or two, then we can have, if the price will go lower, we'll simply accelerate the process of burning. So if we won't go lower, definitely in the next year we are Bybit, if it continues to, we don't know when the burning process is going to stop. This is up to Bybit, I guess, and BitDao community. So if they continue to burn and the price goes higher here, breaks this wedge and starts to go higher, definitely they are going to burn less bit tokens. It is going to be less than 2 billion tokens within the coming year. But if the price goes a little bit lower, then probably we will be able to make this process faster, and we will burn more than 2 billion tokens in a year. That would only facilitate the supply issue of this token. I know that Bybit it looks like they simply copied the tokenomics of the popular at that moment Clayton, who also had the 10 billion supply, and look at where their price now too. Definitely not a very wise, or maybe an intentional choice of the tokenomics. So as you can see, in my opinion, this is the asset that has to be followed and accumulated gradually. It is not a financial advice, of course, because I never give any. I simply sharing with you guys the updates that are related to the BitDao community and BitTalking. And definitely with this huge use case, and we don't know how successful the Mantle network is going to be, but we can be, I think we can be sure that it is not going to be without any attention, and the price is going to spike, even if it's not going to be very, very successful and very competitive. We don't know it yet. Maybe it is going to be, but definitely the price is going to grow when the test net is going to come to an end and the main net is going to be launched. Definitely upon the expectation, we will have to have a little rally at least then, and we will see what is going to happen next. But definitely, as you can see, the community, the BitDao, the Bybit, they're taking steps that are good for the bit token, and definitely we have to consider buying it gradually at these levels. So the rest we will see in the future how this is going to evolve. Good luck to you guys. See you.